It was worth it. A text post by Stwumpo. Mama gave everything to get you where you are. You were born in the cold, under a metal no-housey, where humans threw their trashy nummies. Mama loved all her babies, but babies can't eat love. They can't drink Huggies. Mama's songs won't keep them warm. You didn't understand why it was so hard for Mama to make milkies, but you know there was never enough. That's why you didn't see as many bueras and sissies when you opened your sea places as you'd heard in the days before. Mama gave everything for her babies. You were still only a little baby, so little, but now you could walkie and talkie. Mama was so proud. She said you were her clever baby because you could talkie firstest out of all your bueras and even sissy. You beamed with pride, your pretty dark chocolate fluff reflecting that subtle olive green that Mama said your Dada gave you. You didn't know where Dada is, but you hope you could give him huggies and thank yous for your pretty fluff. You love your pretty fluff and you love Dada, but you love Mama bestest. Mama loved all her babies bestest. Months passed. You were the smarty baby. You were so excited when Mama told you. You puffed out your cheeks right away to practice demanding nummies from dummy monsters. But your Mama booped you on your smell place.
No, baby.
She sighed.
No, I'm smarty. Baby have to be smarty. Other babies am good babies, and Mama rub. But other babies gonna depend on smarty baby. Smarty baby gonna be so smarty for family.
You started to get it. Over the weeks and months, Mama would teach you well. You felt strengthened by your responsibility. Your bestest bueras and sissy were so huggy and fluffy, and you rubbed them so much. So knowing you had to be the biggest baby and keep them safe made you proud. But it was Mama who gave everything. Mama didn't lie to baby, not like she did to your bueras and sissy. You rubbed them, but they could scare easily, and sometimes they didn't need to know that all the singing noises they heard at night are really barky monsters in the distance. But you needed to know. Mama said she had to make sure you were always ready, since life was hard for a fluffy. She might take forever sweepies anytime, and you'd have to lead your family and keep them safe. You felt ready. You were ready. You'd give anything to protect your family. But Mama gave everything for her babies. Widowest buera didn't last long enough to know he was gone. His finky place popped like a guapy nummy as a tiny ball went through it and hit Mama in the waggy. 1 second before, he'd been about to sing the high note in your daily performance of Babies Rub Mama. It's his favorite note. He's the only one of you still teeny enough to get his widow voice that high. He was. No time for saddies. Have to get family to safety. Mama doesn't have to tell you. You're already up and running towards Sissy. She gets nervous when she has to run fast because she doesn't want to make any of her waggies mad for not letting them be in front. She'll need you reminding her that good waggies only want to be in the place she has them, or she's liable to fall down. Then whatever is playing with those meanie balls will get her for sure. Mama has already scooped up Wingy Buddha. He was the only one out of the whole family with any pretty parts. Because nobody else had wingies, Wingy Buddha made up his own stories about what his wingies could do. These were frequently inaccurate and often involved him forgetting he couldn't fly, a mistake which often required physical correction. As you read Sissy, you glanced back. Mama already had Wingy Buddha scooped up in her mouthie. She was running your way, following you, relying on you, trusting you. You had a choice to make. If you kept going straight, you could see the bushes of the park waiting for your family to hide. You were all earth tones, and it would hardly be the first time you've escaped this way. But something was bothering you. The meanie ball toy that turned your Buddha into boo-boo juice and bits of skull. You couldn't see where it came from, and the alley had been pretty open. Then it hit you. Whatever is throwing the ball at you, it could throw it really fast. That means it can give hurties from really far away, which means running straight to the bushes may be suicide. It's not that far, but you're easy targets with nothing to make hideys behind. As much as you want to run for the nice bushies and the nummy berry tweets, you need to go left. You need to get somewhere that the ball monster can't see you. You turn left. Your sister is at your side and doesn't question. It's as though she's never choosing to run in any particular direction, but was merely an extension of yourself. She trusts you. Your family trusts you. Mama is behind you. If she disagrees with your turn, she can't say so. Wingy Buddha is still trying in vain to convince her that he's figured out how to fly and can go give monsters
Where's this Harry ever from sky?
Mama trusts you. Mama follows your lead. You round the corner at breakneck speed. You know a blind alley is a gamble. You aren't familiar with this block, and some alleys don't go anywhere. As you've already committed, you silently hope this isn't a dead end. Immediately, it is clear that a dead end would have been preferable. You are faced with two human monsters carrying big, meanie nets on long, sorry sticks. They lunge for you, but you and Sissy are too fast. You dash under them, and the nets barely miss you. You're behind them before you know which way is up. But Mama gives everything for her babies. You hear Mama cry out, the first thing through your head is that she sounds further back than you anticipated. The second is your Buddha has never voluntarily agreed not to try to fly. And if he isn't in Mama's mouth, just as you're about to turn around and look, you realize what Mama is calling out.
Keep running, baby. Save Sissy. Go away. Run, Mama. Remember Mama and brothers. Keep Sissy safe.
Her farewell is cut short by a loud puffing sound. You hear your Wingy Buddha shrieking. He's not even making words now, just sounds, loud ones, either as a warning or a desperate plea for help. Though you hope it's the first one, your hope is immediately dashed.
Brother, help. Wingy Brother's scared. Daddy Wingy no fly. Baby, look at our way.
You aren't tempted to look back this time. Doing so wouldn't just be a foolish waste of a head start. It would also probably result in you losing your nerve. Turning back. No, Mama taught you about responsibility. Sissy is your responsibility. Wingy Buddha was Mama's. And if Mama felt telling you what she did was more important in that moment than saving Wingy Buddha, you choke back tears as you and your sister escape down a stairwell. Normally stairs are dummy and don't lead to fun places or any nummies. But you know some stairs lead into big houses underground. The big houses have lots and lots of humans going very fast, and they all get inside big snaky monsters. Humans are so brave. You wish you could meet a nice one. You wish Mama was there. You and Sissy make it down the stairs. Humans don't like for fluffies to come into these houses, but they're a good place to sleep if the sky is making bad wawa, or if you're getting chased by evil meanie monsters like today. As you come to rest behind the big beeping, not TB places, Sissy is already giving you the biggest huggies.
Thank you, big brother. Thank you, save Sissy from monster. Sissy was so scared, but best brother saved Sissy. Brother and best smarty.
You sob. You don't feel like Bestest Smarty. You feel sad. You feel like a dummy baby, just a little chirpy baby, begging for milkies. But Mama doesn't have milkies. You don't even have Mama. Sissy anticipates this.
No, and brother fault. Meanie monsters am so big and so meanie. Brother do everything brother could. Sissy knew that. Sissy loved brother so much.
You believe her. She's always been good at helping you feel brave when you feel like giving up. A few bright times go by. You found a small nummy pile, so you and Sissy have stayed hidden. But it's finally depleted, and now you need to go back up. You certainly aren't a dummy human, so you aren't getting numbed by some big, scary, snaky monster. You and Sissy have to rejoin the world above. But it's not to be. As you step out from the safe place you've been hiding, there's a loud whoosh sound, and you feel yourself lifted off the ground. You're caught in one of the human nets. This is not good. You struggle to turn and check on Sissy.
Sissy run away! Meanie monster trap!
Your head comes around with just enough time to see Sissy. She starts to run like you said, but when she sees you tangled in a net, it startles her. Suddenly, she forgets which hooves he likes to beware, and her paranoia ties her waggies up. She hits the ground. It's not a bad fall. She's taken worse. But it was really poorly timed in relation to the net. Sissy fell right where the hard edge of the human net hit the ground. It instantly collapsed her back waggies and smashed her poopy and special places. Sissy howled in pain. You're screeching. It hurts your throat, but you can't stop. You're all tangled in the no-sketty net, and you can't move your waggies too well, so you just make as much noise as possible. Maybe you can scare the monsters away from Sissy, or summon a passing herd whose Smarty can rescue you both. Or maybe you'll at least yell so loud that one of the monsters gets hurties in his hear places. The net is closed. It's been removed from the sorry stick and thrown into a large sorry box. To your horror, so is Sissy. She isn't in a net. She's just in the box. She's too far away. You can't reach her to give her huggies. You try to call out to her, but she can only respond with weak peeps. She's so pale. No matter. All your hollering hurt your talky place anyway. You sob softly into your own fluff as you watch the life slowly trickle from your beautiful sister's sea places. Bright blue, same as Mama's. You sob less softly. Weeks go by. The meanie human monsters brought you to a shelter. More of a pound. Not that you know the difference. You haven't bothered learning names or faces. The meanie humans said something about needing to find a new family, but you ignore them. You already had a family, and they're gone now. You don't want another one. You just want the hurties to stop. Sometimes you even want forever sleepies. Never for long. And the thought of wanting them is so scary that you let out an involuntary scaredy fart every time the impulse passes. But like I said, you've been numbly trudging through life. You aren't even paying attention until one of the humans picks you up. This is new. They don't normally do this. Nobody has touched you since you got dropped in here. They'll only throw loose nummies in the big nesty place where all the fluffies sleep. The sensation of being picked up rejuvenates you. You can't remember the last time you felt this good. It's as though you were meant to be given upsies by nice humans. A thought forms, and it's out of your talky place before you even consciously think it.
Nice mister being your daddy for Flappy?
You practically do a double take. It's as though you weren't even the one saying it. Just whoever was used your mouth to do it. Nice mister. You've never even heard someone call a human monster that. And yet it came from you. The thought is perplexing, to say the least. You shake off the confusion to ask your new dede to repeat himself. But before you can, he dropped you in a sorry box. Before you can protest, the box closes. What follows seems like an eternity. You can't see throughout the duration. You hear only terrifying scraping sounds, wet meat, and your own screams. You taste boo-boo juice. Smell it too. It's all you taste and smell. You can't tell if the metallic scent is from your boo-boo juice or the meanie monsters giving you hurties. Meanies. Don't they know fluffies need wiggies? You can't feel yours now, you realize. You start to panic, but you don't have time. The sorry box opens in front of you, and while your eyes struggle to adjust to the light, a really scary, meanie metal monster grabs your talky place. You try to ask it to please stop, but it's too strong. It starts giving hurties to your good Malfie.
No, don't give Eddie the Melvie. But we need Melvie for nummies and talkies.
But you can't tell anyone. Nobody will stop this because you're too dummy to get their attention. You sob some more as you realize the hurties are specific. Your teefies. They are taking your teefies away.
No, please no. I'm a baby get nummies.
After a few moments, you stop feeling new hurties. Your tongue confirms what your heart already knew. Your teefies are all gone. Mama was so proud when you grew them. She taught you to always take good care of them, even though it meant numbing some things that no taste pretty, so you could keep best as teefies queen. A human walks up. It takes a second, but you surface from the tar pit of self-pity that is your mind to seek help. The human looks surprised.
Hey, Gene,
He hollers.
this one still has a working squawk box. Oh, shit. I thought he screamed his out. Guess he's more resilient than I thought.
You can't see the second human. You don't know what those words meant, but you hear him approach before he comes into view. 2 humans, and they no give hurties to baby? These humans will surely help you. New human leans down, holding a funny stick thing. You don't think it's a sorry stick. It looks more like a nummy stick humans use to eat sketties.
You hear that, little fella? You must have been a really exceptional specimen.
He chuckles a bit, as if reading your confusion at these big words.
I bet your mama thought you were a really special baby. Probably worked hard and took care of you. Must have been difficult.
He approaches you and takes hold of your face gently. Good. He's going to take a look at your teefy hurties. Maybe he can give back best his teefies.
Oh, well, too bad it wasn't worth it.
Before you have time to even make a confused face, you feel the worstest hurties you've ever had from deep in your nummy and weavy place between mouthy and tummy. It's so bad, you pass out. When you awaken, it's dark again. You try to call out, but you can't make talkies anymore. You can't scree or shout or chirp or even peep. You start to cry, but you can't even do that right. You only make sad wah-wah, but no matter how hard you try, no hoo-hoo-hoos come out. It is 2 weeks later. You now understand what the human monster meant. They call you a new name. No longer are you Fluffy, or Baby, or Smarty, like Mama always called you. Now, your name is Litter Pal. You wouldn't be able to say it even if you weren't a dummy, no waggy Fluffy, no McTalkies, or even Peepsies. But that doesn't make you cry. Nothing makes you cry. You haven't felt anything in days. Not since it finally sunk in that this is it. This is what you are. This is what you amounted to. Your mama ran away from her herd to have you. Her old Smarty didn't want any babies that weren't his, and Mama hated him. She always sacrificed to make sure you had the best chance in life. To her dying breath, she had nothing but hope for your future and faith that you, her smartest baby, her special little fluffy man, would make her proud, would make all the sacrifices worth it. Well, was it?